And we are live. Hello, everybody. Hi, Todd. Hi, Angie. How are you? And anybody else that's in here, because not everybody puts comments in there. And so, hello. Make sure that you click the thumbs up button. And my topic for today is cold weather. Because across the country, it has been just so cold. And Angie and Todd, tell me how cold it is at your house. Joe's getting on his computer. My mom is walking over. Maybe I can get my mom to say hi. Hi, Shelly. How are ya? She's coming over. I don't know what she's got in her hand. Hey, Mom, come in. Yeah. Come in and say hi to everybody.
Who is it? Who's everybody?
Hey, John, how are you? This is my mom. She just popped over. Hi, Craig, how are you? She must have brought me hand towels.
Bed Bath & Beyond has them towels for $4.
Oh, did you hear that, Angie? You love Bed Bath & Beyond. Fun.
They got a clearance.
Fun. So, Mom, we're doing a live stream. That means that it's filming me live, so they see you live, and they can make comments over here.
Oh.
And then it just keeps scrolling up. My mom hasn't been.
I know her.
Mom hasn't been on a live stream before.
No.
My mom doesn't really play with computers.
No, I don't.
So I guess my mom's leaving us.
Goodbye. I just came to shore.
That was a fun thing. Yeah. So, okay. And see, they don't realize that you can hear them talking. So John says that in Cleveland, Ohio, it's 18 degrees. Craig, how cold is it in the Black Hills? And Shelly, I know that you got snow. I don't know why you got snow because you live in the South, but I saw pictures that you had snow. So what is the deal? Hey, hello.
What?
You guys can't talk while I'm doing a live stream. Oh my gosh, they're talking. They're having a conversation. You guys have to go sit outside and talk. So in Custer, it is 31, but in Rapid City it is 2 degrees. Shelly says in Mississippi it's 18 degrees. Oh, that's cold. They just went outside. Should I tell you it's 80 degrees here today? I tell you, how do I feel about having it so warm? You know, my whole life, other than when I lived in Seattle, and then it still snowed a couple times. It has always been cold in the wintertime. I mean, extremely cold. In fact, the other day in Gillette, it was 24 below zero. And Shelly says they have 8 inches of snow. And I'm really conflicted because I like snow. Craig says that Debbie's dad, he lives in Texas. They're without power. And I watched some news things. There are a lot of people in Texas without power. And that is not good. But open invitation. Anybody wants to come down and stay a couple days, you're more than welcome. And I am going to set my banner. I think it should show. Now, then I have to say, am I happy or bad about that? Oh, and Craig says 91 and out of power is not good. That's true. But so far we have really enjoyed Arizona. And we were talking to Joe's brother. In fact, he is up in North Dakota and they have had frigid temperatures. And, you know, way below zero. And I guess they're going to have them all the way through next week. And we invited him. I said, come down. And her, my sister-in-law will retire next year. And so that's a possibility, and they will come down then. So that will be kind of fun. But do I miss it? I do. I miss those great big flakes. Shelley, when you had the snow coming down, did you have great big flakes? Because that I miss. I miss it that, I don't miss the ice though. You know, when the roads, they've got a layer of ice on there and you don't know if you can stop or not. I don't miss that. But when we go back to Wyoming, it will still snow several times before it becomes spring. So it's not like that. Oh, and Shelley says they won't be above freezing until Saturday. Hi, Tim. How are you? Oh, and it's -8 degrees this morning. I am going to put that up there. See, Tim says that it was -8 degrees this morning, the coldest ever for me in North Arkansas. I would believe that. Right now, 21 degrees. We have 8 inches of snow and 4 to 8 more. It is crazy. I watched the map across the country, and it is craziness how large the storm is. Because you would think that it would be sections, you know, because a lot of times the Midwest will get it or the East Coast will get it. But even our daughter that lives in Portland, cold, it was 25 degrees the other day when I talked to her, which is cold for Portland, and just pouring rain and some icy conditions, and it goes all the way across the country. In fact, a lot of places in Arizona have had a lot of snow. If you watch the channel Brainstorm Acres, they live up by Flagstaff, and they have had an incredible amount of snow, which is good in some ways. But the bad thing is in the Midwest, they've had some snow. But then where my brother-in-law lives in North Dakota, they had a little bit of snow, but totally freezing temperatures. And in fact, the city came out and asked people to run their water, just let it drip slowly, because even though their pipes are 10 feet in under the ground, they said with no snow cover and these temperatures, the frost can go all the way down there, which I thought was horrible. And so they're running their water so that it doesn't freeze up and break any of those pipes. Shelley says, Doug and Blake are out working. The snow collapsed. Oh, your quail cover. And how are the quails, though? Are they okay? Did you move them over into like the rabbits or anything? See, that is a predicament when it gets cold temperatures, snowy temperature, or snow, and it can really collapse greenhouses, hoop houses, like a quail cover, and it can be real bad. One of our daughters that lives in Rapids, she has a little chicken coop. She has 5 chickens. And she says that she has been wrapping the coop, overlaying huge blankets on it because of the cold temperatures. So that can be a bad deal. And you know, you want some amount of snow or rain anyway, because when it becomes springtime, this can be a bad problem. And we will have to see, because like my Aunt Sandy, they live in Oklahoma. They were supposed to come visit us, but they can't drive because of the roads. And they have an RV and they don't want to go on the icy roads, which I totally understand. And she sent me a picture today, and the cold snow and ice literally broke one of their windows. There was this triangle piece out of their window that the cold temperatures had broken. So now they can't get somebody there until Friday. And then they have to order the window probably, because she doesn't know if they have it in stock. And it's a bad deal. Shelley says, all the animals are alive. Even had a litter of rabbits born today. Oh my gosh. Hi, Al. How are ya? Al, how cold is it there? Everybody's been putting how cold it is in the chat box. So let me know. But it's, you know, I actually feel bad that it's so warm here and every place else it is so cold. I feel bad to a point. I have to tell you. if I'm truthful. It's to a point. I mean, I understand. We've had all those years of such cold weather. I remember all those days of 30 below zero, and then you got the wind, and it is just craziness. Good, Al. It's warm. See, me and you, we're warm. I'm 80 degrees today. That is awesome. And I have been working on hats today. And this is one of my new hats I just made today. It has a fox fur pom-pom on it. And I'm almost to 50,000 subscribers. And when I hit 50,000, I'm giving some giveaways. And some of them are these hats. Look at this one. Has little tiny specks in it. Let me see if I can get that. And they have pom-poms that they're actually real fur. These are fox fur ones. And I could have got the cheaper ones that are imitation, but I just didn't want to. Hi, Monica from Denmark. How are you? Is it freezing cold in Denmark? What do you guys think of these hats? I'll show you a gray one too. Joe says, there's little things on them. It's little specks in the yard. So cute. But I'm loving these little pom-poms. So I was hooking them on today, and let me show you what they do. See, it has a snap. And so if you needed to wash your hat, because you wouldn't want to ruin the little pom-pom, so I sewed the little snaps on, and then you just put it back on after you do it. And I have some pom-poms that are lighter colored ordered, but on the email it said delayed because of weather conditions. So I suppose whatever truck that they're on, they're caught in the snow someplace. And this is a blue one. It's got a little black on it. So, and then this one I finished today, but it's light colored. So I'm going to put one of the light pom-poms on it. But I am going to give those away. And I like making pom-poms myself. And so there's a lot of hats that I make that I like them. But these I just found so adorable. They're a little spendy though. But I found a place that, not as much. I actually ordered them from China because the exact same ones were on Etsy. They had the same photograph even. And they wanted $16 a piece for them. And I got them for $4.95 a piece and free shipping. So I didn't think I could go wrong with that. So I liked it. And I have about 130 more people before I can do my giveaway. So I'm giving away things for my members. And I'm giving away things for subscribers. So some of the things you have to be a subscriber. And then I have a couple things I'm giving away. And it doesn't matter if you're a member or a subscriber or if you're just a viewer. I'm giving them away. Because I'm totally excited that after about 15 months, I have 50,000 subscribers. Almost. So I'm totally excited about that. So I wanted to share how I appreciate everybody. And I am giving away hats. And I'm giving away all kinds of stuff. And I started working with leather. And I had never done that before. And where you stamp it and, you can write things or you can make just designs or you can do all kinds of stuff. And so I first started making them with my little hats and, they're about 3/4 of an inch long. And I wrote SHW for Suburban Homesteader Wyoming. And then I hooked them onto my hats and I sent those all to all my members. And I sent some to my kids. And then I found these. And so then some of my girls wanted these on their hats instead. So I had to make some extra ones for the girls. But I think they like them. And I think they're totally adorable. So what am I doing garden-wise? Well, I have started harvesting radishes and leaf lettuce. Sunny's Place is here. Hi, How are you? Thank you for stopping by. And I started, I have more tomatoes set on the vine. I think I'm going to cut some of my really large outside cabbage leaves because one of them is starting to set the cabbage. But you can use all those outside leaves, but if you wait too long, they get too old and you can't use them. But I'm going to add them to some soups, things like that. And it's little Frenchie in Big Texas. Hello, how are you? And did you get your t-shirt? And did you see my note that she had won? She asked for a pink or red one. I thought I had clicked that pink button, but I did something wrong, or they sent it wrong, and it came in a light blue. So I hope that was okay with you. And I thought it was still cute, and so I hope that was all right. And so I'm about to plant parsnips. I was going to plant them before, but then it was really warm. And then it cooled down for a couple days and I was busy. And now it's warm again. So I do. Oh, you haven't received it yet. Oh, that must be storm situations because they told me that you should get it on Saturday. And I guess it was a holiday yesterday. So look for it today or tomorrow then. And how warm or cold is it in your part of Texas? Because I heard that in Texas, there's all kinds of people without power. In fact, they said on the news that some people were literally starting their cars and staying in their cars because it was warmer than staying in their house. That's cold. And they're not used to cold weather like that. And it looked like it was all the way down to like in San Antonio, Texas and stuff. So it's crazy weather. But two of my amaryllises that I just brought the bulbs down and I trimmed off the roots and I planted them. And two of them have flower stalks. So one of them has a flower stalk about, it's probably about 14 inches today. And so pretty soon it will open up, and I'll put pictures on my community tab when they open up. But the second one that I have had for a long time, and instead of being that light green that it usually comes up, it is red. And I have never had it red before. So I think it might be interesting when it starts to open up. So I will do some short videos and show you guys when those open up. And I planted some lemon seeds from Ponderosa lemons. They're not up yet, but I think pretty soon. Oh, and Shelly says that she has to go work on dinner because probably Doug is hungry. Thank you for stopping by, Shelly. I appreciate it. Tell Doug I said hi. I'm a loyal subscriber to Comics Matter over here on YouTube. He lives in Texas. Apparently, Texas is turning upside down over this crazy winter. That's what I've heard too, Al. That has just been crazy over there. And because there are a lot of YouTubers that I have been watching, that I watch all the time. And, maybe it's turning red is a sign, Sandy. Maybe, Al. But I've been watching their videos, and they had things growing in their gardens. And so now that is a problem, because I understand in Texas that the solar panels are covered with snow and ice, and the wind farms are not running. Hi, Molly. How are ya? Good night, Sandy. I go to bed. Well, good night. And are you in the Netherlands? Am I thinking right? I am going to show. Whoop. Because I do think he's in the Netherlands, if I remember right. Oh, so Texas is supposed to be back in the 60s by this weekend. Well, things will be good. Though, I'm a little concerned about all of your gardens and your trees and flowers and shrubs, because a lot of those are not zoned to be cold. I mean, they might be able to do it for a couple hours in the early morning, and then the sun comes out and it's okay. But that can be a real problem. And so it'll be interesting on those videos that I watch to see what happens in their gardens. And in fact, gardens all over the country, trees all over the country, because it's really hard on trees when it's way below zero and there's not a lot of snow, a lot of moisture to sink down. So, and Sunny's Place says, I heard lots of folks in Texas lost starts and seedlings they had in the greenhouse. I saw some videos of that too, that it was just too cold. And, you know, a lot of people heat their greenhouses to a certain extent, but then they can't. Molly says blanket of snow here and gardens. They're sleeping. That's good, Molly. And Molly Cakes is one of my favorite YouTube channels. She makes some of the most amazing cakes you have ever seen. So if you see people in the chat that you don't know, or you have never been to their YouTube channel, please go over there. It used to be that we could click those 3 little buttons and you could pop over, but they don't let you do that now. I'm not really sure what the deal is. And I like that feature. So I got picked to do a YouTube trial, and they're doing these things they're changing the way that you can add captions on. And so I get to trial it till the end of the month. And so my next video, I'm going to use that to add to my videos. And so it will do captions across. And it's a little bit different than it was before. And the idea is that it's supposed to be easier for YouTubers. And so that was kind of fun that I got picked to do that. And I think it'll be good. I think YouTube removed that to remove spam subs. Oh, that could be true. You know, that people, they're excited when they're in the chat, but then they never really go to those channels. And I could see that. Yeah, I did show some of Molly's cakes. Oh my gosh, so fun. In fact, I just watched some Valentine's ones that she did, and it was like, yummy. Well, this week it is National American Pie Week and National Cherry Day. And in fact, at 5 o'clock, my Tips at 5 p.m. comes on. And today I'm talking about, do you know how to cook in your microwave? And so I'm giving you some hints and tips on cooking in your microwave that I hope, because most people honestly use their microwave just to heat up leftovers. They don't really cook in their microwave. And which is too bad, because I don't use my microwave very much, but there are things that I cook in there because it keeps it moist, but you have to have the right things in there that you're cooking, or it can get too dry, just bad. Yes, it's Thursday. That's National Cherry Day. And so I'm making a cherry pie and some homemade ice cream, and I'm going to have a video about that. Because I was going to make it earlier this week, but I thought, why not do it on National Cherry Day? And Elle says, you guys have Pie Week. I was born in the wrong nation. I know it. We celebrate everything. If you can Google all the different fun holidays on any given day, and it'll give you this huge list. And so each day on Tips at 5 p.m., at the end, I'm giving you some of those holidays for the next day. So in case you want to do something, and because I thought it was fun. Oh, Molly says that maybe she'll make cherry filling on Thursday. Yummy. I don't use my microwave for cooking. I'm going to put that up there. I don't use my microwave for cooking, only to reheat leftovers. And that's what most people do. But there are certain things that can really cook well in a microwave. Vegetables and fruits. Skinless or boneless chicken works really well, especially like breast meat, because it's thick and it actually will cook and keep it moist. And any kind of fish. So that's kind of interesting. And that's some of the things I talk about at Tips at 5 p.m. today. Because I think that most people, leftovers are making popcorn. And that's all they ever use their microwave for. I remember when I was young, microwaves were just coming out. And I think my parents paid $700 for their microwave. And I'm sure it doesn't have any of the amount of power that a $69 one does now. But that's the way things are. You know, TVs used to be so expensive. And now you can get this humongous TV that's 52 inches for several $100s. It's craziness. But why do you need a TV that big? I don't know. Molly, I do talk about potatoes in the microwave, and I give you a tip on cooking potatoes in the microwave. So if you want, you can check that out and see what it is. I'm going to move that. Hi, Chris. How are ya? Chris, how cold is it at your house? Al says they only have religious holidays. I think you're going to have to petition the government for some fun holidays. I have reheated tortillas in the microwave too. It's quick. It is quick. And if you want them a little warm when you're doing your taco, I think that is spectacular. But there's just a lot of things. And there are some good books that you can get on cooking in a microwave. But now there's just so many gadgets you can have in your kitchen. Like, who has that? Is it called? It has an air fryer and it does all these different things. I think Angie has one. I don't know if she's still on in here. And Tim says he cooks sweet potatoes in a covered dish in the microwave. You can do that. Excellent. Some people will put a little bit of water in a plastic bag and put them in the microwave and cook either white potatoes or sweet potatoes like that. But there are some other tricks that will cook them more evenly, because anything that touches the bottom, the microwaves can't get underneath there. So there's some tricks that you can do. Oh, and Chris says that she bought an air fryer. How do you like that? I have looked at them, but then it's one more thing I have to find to put in the cupboard when I'm not using it. So I need some incentive to buy one, because a lot of people like them and use them a lot. But, you know, I'm not really sure. Oh, guess who's here? Oh.
What's all this yakking over here?
It's Joe. If you just came in, my mom had stopped over, and so I made her sit down, and so everybody could see my mom. Yeah, and then those two were over talking at the table, and I said, "You can't talk when I'm doing a live stream." It just doesn't work. No. So, and
hi, Sonny's place.
Sonny, what do you think about that Instapot with the air fryer? Because a lot of people have those too. And Molly says hi. Joe.
Hi, Molly. Glad you're here today.
Tim says hi. Everybody says hi to you,
Yeah,
Joe.
everybody says hi. Hi, everybody.
So silly. I tell you, so silly. John says, need a tip on the best way to clean your microwave. In my video today, it tells you how to do that. It's so easy. I'll tell you how to do it. All you have to do is you take a glass measuring cup, put about a cup of water in there, and 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Put it in your microwave, no lid or saran wrap or anything on the top of it. Put it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the size of your microwave. And that steam with the baking soda goes all over your microwave, the inside, and you can take a paper towel and just wipe it out. Yeah, we are funny.
What?
See, little Frenchie in Big Texas, she says we're funny. We are. He makes me laugh all the time. Then he laughs at himself. And then that makes him laugh more because he's laughing at himself. It is the craziest thing you've ever seen.
I do make myself laugh.
You know, it was Joe's birthday the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, guess how old he was? Take a wild guess.
Don't say 80 either.
He's not 80. He is retired, so that gives you a hint. Monica says, I have to go to bed. Thanks for, oh, you're popping up too fast. Thanks for doing the live. Good night, Monica, and have a great time over there. I hope that you stay warm, and I'm not sure if Europe is having weather like we are, but maybe it's coming towards you guys, so be careful.
Yeah, Texas is bad.
Oh, Molly's getting 63. No, he's older than that.
63.
John says 65. He's older than that.
I don't remember 65.
Oh, and Sharon says that she uses both. So you have the Instapot and an air fryer. And she uses them all the time. See, but where do you store all this stuff? Because back in Wyoming, I have a small kitchen. But here, it is so tiny. It's craziness. Yeah. So I don't know where I would store it because I think I would like that. Oh, Sunny Place says you're 101. That's it. That's how old he is.
Yep.
He's 101. He looks good for that old too,
That's
doesn't
how
he?
I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You crazy people here, baby.
You are old. No,
Yep.
he's 66. That's how old he is. Yep. But he looks pretty good for
Thanks,
66, I think. This year, my dad turns 90 years old in April. And he does not look 90 years old, does he?
Mm-mm.
No. And he doesn't act 90 years old. The other day, he's digging a hole for a tree. And I said, Dad, I can do that for you. And he goes, no, I can do it. And he has this shovel, which is smaller than a regular shovel, which is good because then he's not taking so much soil at one time, which I like that idea. But I think it's good. Oh, Angela, how are you? Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. Tell me, now you have seed starts and you have your gardens. How did everything fare with the cold weather? Because, and Monica, who was just leaving, she says that normal weather here, not too bad. She lives over in Europe.
Oh.
But maybe, because a lot of times those storms, they'll go all the way across the Atlantic. And we get them first, and then other people get them. Which, weather has been strange. Your family is built sturdy. They are. My grandmother, my dad's mom, she
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was on the very edge of the couch because it has this thing in between the couch where you put your drinks, which is fun when there's only two people on the couch, but otherwise it doesn't work very good. But my grandmother was 96 when she passed away, and she lived on the farm. My dad and my aunt always wanted her off the farm. She didn't want to leave the farm, but she fell and she broke her hip, and she laid on the floor for, I think, 2 or 3 days before the neighbor came by to check on her. And there was no cell phones at that time, and my dad would have none of it. She was going to, she had to go through rehab and all that stuff, and he wasn't going to let her back on that farm. But she just didn't last very long after that. And I've always wondered if it was because, she wasn't where she loved. She loved the farm. So I can understand that. But 96 that's a good life to live. My dad says to me the other day, I'm in my last decade of life. I said, no, you don't have to be in the last decade of life. There's plenty of people that live over 100 years old. He goes, well, I don't know. I think you should be thinking, because he'll tell me 90 years old doesn't seem too old anymore. He says when he was younger, he thought it was old. And Molly says that her grandmother, I'm sorry that your grandmother just died. 102 years old. Oh, and I didn't realize that your dad died. I'm so sorry, Molly. I must have missed that if you said anything. Wow. But that still is a good life, 88 years old. That's a good life to live.
Until you're 88.
Well, yeah. Well, it's hard, I think, for the kids,
Yeah.
And Sharon says that she keeps it on the counter because she uses it every day. She puts it in the garage stuff because I have looked at them multiple times. Both the Instapot, I looked at the air fryers, I looked at the things that kind of do that combination of about 7 different things, but I still just don't know where to put it on my counter. But everybody has such rave reviews of things that they cook in there. And in fact, back in Gillette, some friends of ours, they have a channel that's called Hope This Works. And Billy Joe, she does cooking, and she does cooking that, and she uses air fryers, and it's always low-cal that she's cooking, and it's really interesting. And every time I watch one of her videos, I think, oh, I should go buy one of those. But I still haven't bought one of those. Well, oh, hi, Tony. How are you? Tony, how cold is it at your house? Molly says, Dad died of a broken heart. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could, when you're close to people, I can see that happening. And Al's talking about that your body ages with your mind. And, because honestly, if I would say how old I was, not what I look like in the mirror, but how old I feel, I'd say probably about 27. I still think I can do anything I did then, which I kind of do.
And sometimes she thinks I'm 12.
Yeah, 12 maybe 8. Tony says 53 degrees, but underwater with all the rain. Yeah, crazy weather all across the country, I tell ya. Yeah. Tony, are you planting anything outside yet in your raised beds? He has different raised beds that they plant in their yard. So that's always interesting to me. Kelly says it's 14 degrees. That's cold. It is, but it's better than the other day when it was 24 below zero plus the wind chill factor in Gillette. Back home. Oh my gosh. Elsa explains his boyish good looks. Yeah. Yeah, because he still thinks he's 12. And it's just so silly. I don't get it.
Yep.
But as everybody knows, I never stay on my lives about a half hour is usually my rule, because I figure there's things to do. And it is 4:36 here, Mountain Standard Time. And there's a lot of different lives. And so I always figure that I don't want to keep people when they might want to go to another live. They maybe want to have supper. I just wanted to say hi and that I appreciate everybody and talk about cold weather and what I'm missing in the cold and what's good and what's bad. And I hope you guys have a great day, and check out, and Tony says that they still have mustard, beets, broccoli, and collards. All cool weather crops. They can withstand a lot of stuff. A lot of those kind of crops can, even if it gets snowed on or a little bit of frost, they're still okay. So, but I appreciate everybody. And Tim at Ridge Life has a live in about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. And so if you are so inclined, go over and see Tim at Ridge Life. Tell him that Sandy sent you over. And you will thoroughly enjoy, because Tuesday night, he takes channels and he takes a part of one of their videos and everybody gets to see it and they get to talk about it. And so that's always interesting on Tuesday nights. But, Lynn, how are you?
60 degrees.
60 degrees in Florida. Well, she's usually warm, and 60 degrees would feel cold. It's true. That's right. Sunny's Place. Tim is awesome. But everybody, I hope you have a great evening, and keep your eye out, because we only have about 127, 130 more people, and we're at 50,000. And I'm going to do a video and do a whole bunch of giveaways. And maybe Joe will be on and maybe he won't, because maybe he'll be in trouble because he's acting like a little boy of 12. Just joking. But Joe has been painting the bathroom. So we're kind of revamping the bathroom in the little place that we're at, just because it had carpet on the floor and I didn't like it. But I will see all you guys next time. I so appreciate it. And thanks, everybody.